Hello students, I, Sneha Sharma, your English teacher, welcomes you to your English 2 class. So today we will start chapter 7, The Owl and the Pussycat. Okay, so before we start the chapter, there is a small information I would request you that in chapter 6 there is page number 50. You can see page number 50. This is going to come in your midterm exam. So I would request you to learn this. I am going to discuss it before I start the chapter. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the correct options from the brackets. So in the bracket there are two options given. You have to choose the correct option. The journalist dashed the stairs to meet the minister in the hall. So ascended. Okay. These days water pipes are not made of dash anymore. So lead. Both the words are pronounced the same, but we will choose this according to the spelling. So L-E-A-D, lead. Not allowing girls to attend school has an dash effect on the society. So the answer is adverse. Steel dash were used to strengthen the bridge. So cords. Next we have rolling mists often dash the areas around the beach. So envelope, not the envelope with the E but without the E. As far as I am concerned, the dash is the best part of the egg. So yolk, not this yolk but YOLK. So this is going to come in your midterm exam. So I would request you to please learn it. Now we will quickly move on to chapter 7. Okay. So we will start with chapter 7. The first we will read this part of the chapter. So not all literature is written to educate us or elevate us. So there are some literature work that are not written to educate us, just for fun it is written. Okay, so not all literature are used to educate or elevate us. Some of it is written for us to enjoy, just to read and enjoy. Some of them are written. One such form is nonsense poetry. What is that form of poetry called? Nonsense poetry. However, although nonsense poetry is mainly funny, so what is a nonsense poetry? It is funny. It also shows a poet's imaginative powers and mastery of language. So, not only nonsense poetry is funny, but it also shows a poet's imaginative powers and mastery of language. So, how much he has mastered in the language, how powerful is his imagination power, this also shows the nonsense poetry. So, here are some example by Lewis Carroll, Auden Nash, Sukumar Rai. So these are some examples of nonsense poetry. Now without much discussions, we will straightforwardly move to the chapter itself. So we will read about the poet Edward Lear. He was born in the year 1812 and died in the year 1888. So was an English artist, illustrator, musician, author and poet. So he was an English artist, illustrator, musician, author and poet. So he is acclaimed as a master of nonsense verse. So he is one of the poet who has mastered the art of nonsense verse, specializing in the short poetic form called the limerick. So a short poetic form is also called a limerick. In these poems, he combined hilarity, like making up imaginary words. So, in this kind of poems, he made up his own imaginary word with a fine sense of music in language, but in a musical way. So, now we will start the poem. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money, wrapped up in a 5-pound note. So the owl as well as the pussycat, they went to the sea. In which boat? In a beautiful pea green boat. So they took some honey, they took plenty of money, and they wrapped it up in a 5-pound note. Okay. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. So now the owl is looking towards the star, and with a small guitar he sang a song. Oh lovely pussy, oh pussy my love, what a beautiful pussy you are. You are, what a beautiful pussy you are. So this is a musical song that the owl is singing for the pussycat. Okay. In the first stanza, The owl and the pussycat, they are into the sea in a pea green boat. They are having some honey as well as lots of money. The owl is looking up to the stars and is singing a song for the pussycat. Okay. Pussycat said to the owl in the second stanza. Now the pussycat is saying to the owl, "You elegant fowl." So here fowl means a bird. "How charming sweet you sing." So how sweet is your voice? You sing so sweetly. "Oh, let us be married. Too long we have tarried." So the cat says that let us get married. We have waited, we have delayed our marriage for so long. But what shall we do for a ring? So now what are we supposed to with the wedding ring? How are we going to have that ring? So they said, what are we supposed to do with the ring? They sailed away for a year and a day. So how long they have sailed? For a year and a day. To the land where the bong tree grows. See over here, bong tree, it is also a meaningless word. Okay, the poet has used. Just his imaginative word. Grows, and there is a wood. A piggy wig stood with a ring at the end of his nose. So there was a land where bong tree grows, and there was a piggy who had a ring at the end of his nose. His nose with a ring at the end of his nose. So where was the ring? The ring was at the end of the nose. Of whose nose? Of the piggy. So this was for the second stanza, that now the cat and the owl, they are trying to get married, but they are looking for a ring. So where did they get the ring? They got the ring from the piggy. The piggy had the ring at the end of his nose. Now the last stanza. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? So they asked the pig that, is the pig going to sell the ring for 1 shilling? What is 1 shilling? An old British coin, a unit of money that was equivalent to a fifth of a pound. So it is an old British money. Okay, the currency that is very old. Okay, that is not even used today. Okay. Your ring, said the piggy. I will. So the piggy said that he will give the ring. So they took it away and were married next day. So when were they married? Just next day they married. By the turkey who lives on the hill. So the turkey was the priest. You can see over here in the picture. So the turkey got them married. Where did the turkey live? He lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince. So what is mince? Meat that has been cut into very small pieces. So mince meat over here is that the meat is cut into very small pieces, and slice of quince. Quince is also a fruit, a hard yellow fruit like a large apple used in cooking. So it is a fruit that is used in cooking, which they ate with the reusable spoon. So what is a reusable spoon? Over here, one of Lear's nonsense word. So this is also a meaningless word that is used by Lear. Okay. So you can see Edward Lear has used few of his imaginative word like runcible, then over here bong tree. Okay. And hand in hand on the edge of the sand. So now they are married. They dined with mince and slices of quince. So they ate it with a rinsable spoon, and hand in hand on the edge of the sand. So they were having their hand in hand, and they danced by the light of the moon. So who danced? The owl and the cat. The moon, they danced by the light of the moon. So they were now married, and they were dancing under the light of the moon. So this was the explanation of the poem. So now I am going to read the summary of the poem, and this summary is going to come in your midterm exam. Okay, of this poem, The Owl and the Pussycat. As well as I would request you to learn chapter 5. The poem was there. This is chapter 5. Over here, the little boys made a song. So I would request you to learn this poem. Okay, learn this poem. This is going to come in your exam. Just learn the poem. Okay, and in chapter 7 you are supposed to learn the summary of this poem. Okay, so now we will quickly discuss the summary of the poem. So the owl and the pussycat are traveling. So they are traveling by the sea in a beautiful pea green boat. The provisions consist of some honey and 5 pound note which has a lot more money wrapped up inside it. So you can see they had some honey and they had lots of money which they wrap in a 5 pound note. At night, the owl plays the guitar and serenades the pussycat with a love song. Serenades over here means sings a song for pussycat. Very moved by the song, the pussycat proposes marriage to the owl. So, the pussycat was very impressed by the owl, the song of the owl. So, she said that let us get married. Unfortunately, they do not have a wedding ring. So, they were looking for a wedding ring. After traveling in their boat for a year and a day, the owl and the pussycat reached the land where the bong tree grows. So you see, they after traveling a year and a day, they reached the land where the bong tree grows. In wood, they find a pig with a ring in the end of his nose. The owl and the pussycat buy the ring from the pig for 1 shilling. So now they bought the ring for how many shillings? For 1 shilling. The following day, the owl and the pussycat are married. The ceremony is performed by a turkey. So you see, the marriage was performed by whom? The turkey. At the wedding feast, the owl and the pussycat eat minced meat and slices of quince with a reusable spoon. Afterwards, they danced on the beach by moonlight. So this was the summary of the poem. Okay. I would request you to learn this, write it down, okay, in your copies. And that was all for this chapter. That was all for today's class. Thank you.